of Economic Advisors on Tuesday published a 72-page report criticizing what is described as the socialist ideas of leading Democratic Party politicians, and seeking to link President Trump's political rivals with figures revealed by most Americans. The document reports from the Council's long tradition of delivering sober, albeit partisan, studies on current questions confronting economic policy makers, such as the value of tax cuts or the effects of increased corporate concentration. Instead, the report seeks to tar Democrats by linking them with the failed economic policies of communist governments in China, the Soviet Union, and other countries. Outside of the U.S., a U.S. withdrawal from the Cold War-era nuclear arms treaty with Russia could greatly escalate tensions with China, experts have warned. President Donald Trump announced on Saturday that he planned to pull out of the Intermediate-Range Nuclear Force Treaty known as INF, claiming that Russia had violated the agreement. While the treaty remains in place, China is free to develop and deploy increasingly sophisticated land-based missiles, including those designed to target U.S. aircraft carriers patrolling the Western Pacific. Map of the United States of America. It contains 50 states in it. The United States has more than 250,000 rivers, equaling 3.5 million miles of rivers. The 7 tallest mountains in the U.S. are all contained by a single state, Alaska. There are in total 56 significant mountains. About the U.S. climate, in general terms, summers are hot and humid in the plains and southern states, while the Southwest is very hot and quite dry. Endless summers are Southern California and Florida trademarks, while in the Pacific Northwest and New England states, summers are warm with cold mornings and pleasant evening conditions. Winters in the southern states are mild, while in the northeast plain states and in the western mountains, conditions are often quite cold with heavy snow and sub-freezing temperatures. Severe weather in the form of thunderstorms is a normal spring and summer occurrence. Devastating tornadoes are also common in the spring and summer months, especially in the central part of the U.S. Hurricanes occasionally strike in the eastern coastline and Gulf of Mexico states from June through October. About the U.S. biodiversity, more than 200,000 native species have been identified in the United States. Roughly 13% of the 1.5 million species worldwide currently recognized by taxonomies. The conservation status of only about 21,000 of these native species is known with some confidence. But if the species whose status is known is representative of the remainder, about 1/3 of the native species in the United States are either vulnerable, imperified, critical imperified, already extinct. The extinction crisis is not only a crisis of the tropics, it is a crisis in our own backyards. Short curious facts. The western United States used to have enormous lakes. The United States is home to the world's shortest river.
In the United States, it is ghost tour season since October is here. Allison Chase, better known as Madame Morbid, leads a ride through the haunted parts of Brooklyn. She offers a view of Brooklyn's incredibly dense history and shows people that there is a macabre past beneath just about every single unassuming park and corner of the city. It is a bus guided tour where she tells horror stories and legends. She promises a unique experience. Thank you. In the culture section regarding Europe, Barbara Hannigan triumphs in the new opera Berenice in Paris. The curtain has risen in a world premiere at the Polaris Garnier. The Paris Opera is celebrating the 350th anniversary of its foundation with a new masterpiece, Berenice by Michael Gerald. The complex title role was interpreted by the soprano of contemporary music, Barbara Hannigan. At the heart of this opera is the tragic love between the Queen of Judea, Berenice, and Titus, who chooses the duty to roam over her. Beyond the music, establishing the character is vital in any opera. something Hannigan is keenly aware of and thrives towards. Although tragedy is at the heart of the work, Hannigan maintains that something eternal and undying emerge at the end.
Now it is time for the economy section. Today we will discuss about the current trade war that has been going on between the USA and other countries. The European Union and the USA have one of the most powerful trading relationships in the world, which is worth around $1.1 trillion a year. However, the current prospect of a trade war has made economists question where the economy is heading. According to reports, the United States President Donald Trump has put tariffs of over billions of dollars in exports and imports of steel and aluminum to several countries such as Mexico and Canada. The reason why this has created several tensions between the USA and the European Union is because also the growth expected for the European Union economy is expected to be 2.1% in 2018, which is far less than what it was in 2017 with 2.4%. Well, according to several economists, this could be a potential issue in the future of economy. However, we don't possess the current information to know exactly where the economy will be headed. Well, that was it for the economy section. Thank you for being with me.
My name is Julio Preciado and this is the sports section. In Europe, the UEFA Champions League continued. Bayern Munich won against Atenas, while Manchester City was defeated by Juventus from Italy. Well, the champion Real Madrid continued demonstrating why he won the title by winning against Victoria. The Clásico is coming soon, but some people say that it's not going to be the same because of the absence of Messi and Ronaldo. Messi because of his injury, and Ronaldo because he was transferred to Juventus. In USA, the Dodgers and the Boston Red Sox are playing in order to get the title from the Major League Baseball. And in the NBA, Rondo entering a fight with Chris Paul in the game between Houston Rockets and Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron tried to carry the team, but he did not achieve it. Finally, in the UFC, Conor McGregor and Khabib are looking forward to a second fight, requested by McGregor, and Khabib regret from his acts after the fight.
Thank you, Julio. As you can see, I'm here in Paris and we have a very cold climate. The United Kingdom is due to leave the European Union in less than 6 months, and time is running out for Theresa May to negotiate an exit deal. What has happened so far and what happens next? These are the milestones reached from when David Cameron won the mandate for an in-out referendum by winning the 2015 general election and 2016 European Union referendum, to Brexit Day and the end of the proposed transition period. The United Union 27 rejected Theresa May Checker's proposal, saying it was unworkable. The French President Emmanuel Macron said Brexit had been sold to the British people by liars. And the European Commission's President Jean-Claude Juncker and its chief negotiator Michael Barnier have reportedly said that Chequers plan to process the United Kingdom red lines. On October the 20th, 2018, more than 500,000 people took the streets of London in protest for a second referendum, led by cross-party Remainers Chuka Umaga, Anna Soubry, Servants Cable, and Caroline Lucas. The People's Vote March was one of the biggest protests in UK history, second after the 2003 Stop the War Coalition protest, which drew crowds of 750,000 people. Alistair Campbell, Eddie Izzard, Sadiq Khan, Steve Coogan, Della Smith, Richard Bacon, and Deborah Meaden were among the high-profile attendants. At the same time, a pro-Brexit Leave rally in Harrogate, led by Nigel Farage, was attended by around 1,200 people. Thank you, Julio. Now returning to the HQs.